All right, everybody, it's that time again. It's Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern, and that means only one thing: FusionCast, episode 20. I'm your host, Fusion64. Along with me, coming from Camp Crystal Lake, he's in a closet in the cabin in the woods. It's Rebel Blood 80. How you doing, sir?
You're gonna let them know where I am.
You're on
Can't
vacation
let the
this
killer
week, aren't
find me.
you?
I am.
That's great. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being a part of the team. Take one for the team out here on vacation.
Oh, how can I miss episode 20?
I know. It's a historic episode. It's a landmark episode.
Yeah, maybe episode 100 will be.
We
But episode 20 is close enough.
we are going to get you out of here in no time this week because we know we got a lot of stuff to do. It's probably really hot and moist in that closet where you're broadcasting from, so
It's not too bad.
That's
We
it.
just gotta end this before the sun goes down. I'm actually sitting on the back porch watching the sunset. But as soon as the sun goes down, the bugs come out,
oh man, yeah,
and we don't need that.
that's rough. Well, in that case, we better get into the topics. There's a bunch of little topics. I got some games I've been playing this week. I actually finished two of the best games of the year this very week. Since the last broadcast, I finished two of the best games of the year.
Control.
Yes, Control F Delete. No, I finished. Well, let's start off with what's on the screen here. A little teaser. I played a little bit Alan Wake Remastered. And
Did you?
If you're an avid FusionCast listener, you know that I said I was going to go into Alan Wake Remastered after I beat Final Fantasy 16. So, yeah, I decided to jump into Alan Wake Remastered, and I am enjoying it. It's a good game. It's a good game. Looks good, runs good. I haven't played this since the 360, so it's been like a decade.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I get back to Civilization, I'm gonna have to give that a shot before the sequel comes out.
Right, right. I wish more games were. The visuals aren't amazing, but I mean, it's an old game. It's a remastered game, but I wish.
Is it remastered or is it like we were talking about before?
You know
where it's
what?
just
It
a
might
PC
just
version?
be the PC version. You might be right. Yeah. They might be lying on the box, actually.
I don't know. PC remasters everything it touches. So
I was a little disappointed to learn that American Nightmare DLC is not included in this because I did like that. It's kind of like a horde mode.
that's because that's not DLC. That was its own separate
Was it
Xbox Live
yeah,
arcade
it
game.
was
Yeah.
its own executable. That's right.
Yeah.
That sucks. But anyways, I forgot about the story and how I was confused the first time I played it, and I'm still confused of what's going on. So
That's why you got to play the sequel. You got to find out.
I know, yeah.
Help alleviate your confusion.
In the Alan Wake Control universe,
Yes.
it's very basic combat, which is good. I'm liking it. Yeah, not much more to say about that really. It's
Yeah.
it's a
Dodge,
good game. I
shine,
highly
shoot.
recommend it. Yep, dodge, shine, shoot.
Words to live by.
What about yourself? You playing anything while you're out in the woods here?
Well, I brought my analog systems with me, the analog SG and analog NT, and I've got those hooked up as well as my Turbo Mini, one of those mini consoles that
Oh no. We lost Rebel. Where did he go? Rebel! What happened? Did they get you?
did they get me? They tried to get me.
Whew. Man, I was worried there for a second. I thought they got you.
I think my phone, because my phone locked.
Oh, because that's right. You're on your phone in the closet. I thought they got you for a second. I was worried.
Yes. No, I was saying I got my analog NT and SG systems up here, and those are a lot of fun. And I got the Turbo Mini,
Nice.
TurboGrafx 16 Mini, and that's a blast. Playing some Lords of Thunder, some Bonk, and then
Bonk's a classic.
The only other real big thing I've been playing, which is not that much because the weather's been fantastic, so not much video gaming. I've been playing Pikmin 4, which is fantastic.
Oh, nice. I haven't yet to start that. It's gonna be my vacation game coming up in here in like a just under 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm a little bit past the tutorial, and it's really neat because you can play it for a little while, and you unlock shortcuts. It's almost Metroidvania like that, and it's I don't know, it's not demanding.
Good. Yeah.
I've lost like one Pikmin so far, and it's only because it turned night and I had no idea where I left the poor little bastard.
Pikmin genocide.
Yeah,
Let's.
much like it's turning night here.
That's good. I'm glad that you're enjoying that. I can't wait to dig into that. It's an excellent looking game. People have said it. There's high praise of this game.
Oh yeah, it looks really good on the Switch. Good graphics.
Nice. I managed this week to first complete Final Fantasy 16.
Nice.
And
Happy with the ending?
I'm very happy with the ending. It is an excellent game. Excellent game. I did.
Is there room for a 16-2 without spoiling the ending?
They kind of leave it open to interpretation of what happens. Not really.
That just means that they're going to do it then for sure.
Yeah, not really. Man, the ending's great. The ending boss fight's great. Some touching moments at the end between a bunch of different characters. And man, you got to finish this game. You have to finish this game. I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, you have to finish it. It's so good.
Unfortunately, it's a couple 100 miles away from me right now.
Oh no! Should have brought that big chunky. You should have like strapped the PS5 on your back as like a backpack and like hiked with it.
Because there was no room. I would have had to put it on the roof. Strapped it to the roof of the car.
Well, there you go. In case your car flipped, like it would have like protected you.
Yes, or I could have used it as like a sled.
But man, such great performances. I almost shed a tear at the end. It's some great stuff happens at the end, and it just continues. The big boss fights just keep getting better and better. Really.
Nice.
I've honestly
got something to look forward to.
Almost considering I didn't delete it. I'm considering playing it in Final Fantasy mode. That's how much I like this game.
Do it.
And it sucks because I listen to a spoiler cast and there's some really good side quests at the end that I kind of skipped over because there's a whole bunch that just open up vomit at you all at once, and I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing any of these. But supposedly there's some really good ones that I missed out on. So.
More reason to go back and do it again.
Yeah. And then, was it yesterday or the day before? I had a couple days off. I had a couple days off work this week. So I really hammered down on The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom and finished that as well.
Nice.
So
you're all caught up.
I am, dude. I don't know what to do with myself after I beat both of those games. I didn't know. Honestly, after finishing it, I was so high on Final Fantasy 16 after beating that. It took me a while to get into Zelda. I thought I was going to stop playing and not finish it. But it took me a little bit to get hooked, but I did get hooked back into it. And yeah, that ending sequence in Zelda is something else. It is something else.
I almost went the route of playing Zelda while here instead of Pikmin, but I was like, I went out of my way to download Pikmin, so I got to play it. And I think that was the better choice because again, you can play it in small little bites. And it's
also
perfect.
Play Zelda in small little bites too.
Yeah, but I think that would keep me awake.
Right.
Instead of falling asleep after tossing some Pikmin at something or another.
I had the Goron Temple to finish. I finished that up. And then I went towards the end. And some touching stuff at the end. Really, when you compare it to Final Fantasy 16, the performances in Final Fantasy 16 really stand out. Like, man, that Zelda performance, man, she really I feel like
Brought it down a couple notches.
could have really taken this game to another level if they had better voice acting and a better cast. Really, it really when
Yeah.
you put the two games, you know, I think Zelda's maybe the overall better game. It does a lot of different things better in the world, but like, and the Final Fantasy 16 combat's really good. I really like it. I really enjoy it, but you kind of know what you're getting into the boss fights, and that last Zelda boss fight, woo, man. But yeah, they both shine for
Something for me
different
to look
reasons.
forward
They
to.
both shine for different reasons. I really enjoyed it.
It all serves to make our end of year game of the
Oh
year
yeah,
podcast
this is gonna be difficult for me.
worth tuning into.
This is gonna be difficult for me, definitely.
Because you know me, I'm gonna have to come out of nowhere and slap you upside the head with some game that you're probably not even gonna realize came out this year.
Yeah. I really think you got to finish those games this year, man. You got to finish those two games.
I'm going to.
Okay.
I've got several months to go. I'm gonna
You got time.
when I head back home.
You got to finish one of these before Starfield comes out because you're gonna be playing that. So.
Oh no way! There's no way I'm finishing Starfield by the end of the year. That's gonna be ongoing into next year type of thing. But I think I could finish Pikmin pretty quick because it doesn't seem like it's going to be a super long game.
Yeah.
Because you've got to find crew members. I'm sure you saw that in the demo you played.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or was
no?
okay? Yeah,
they were in there. Yeah.
And I've already found half of the crew.
Oh, okay.
And then beyond that, it's probably finding the character from the first game. What's his name? Olimar?
Yeah. Supposedly it's like a 30-hour game, dude. Like a 20 to 30-hour game.
Really that long?
It's long. It's a lot longer
Doesn't
than the
seem
other
like
ones.
it.
No, they supposedly finding the crew is like just kind of like the beginning, really.
I wonder where that's interesting, man. I wonder where it's going to go once I find the rest of the crew, because I've only got like 3 more guys to find.
Yeah.
Ladies, things, I don't know what they are. They're Pikmin tossers, that's what they are.
Yes. They're tossing something, that's for sure.
Yes.
Anyways,
I think I can finish it pretty quick because it seems rather linear, even though there's little side areas to explore for extra goodies. But so far it's all been really small and contained.
Yeah.
We'll see if it expands. I don't know. Maybe next week I'll be like, "Oh, this game's too much."
Right. I was almost thinking because I still have Bayonetta 3, I might do that as my vacation game because I think I can knock that out during vacation. Whereas Pikmin, I doubt I'll be able to knock out like 20 to 30 hours.
Yeah, I play it a little bit every night before bed, and I do like a couple things and then fall asleep. I don't know. It's a really relaxing game, so that's why it's great for falling asleep too.
Since we're talking Nintendo here, let's get on with the first topic of the show here.
We're talking about the 8-bito NES-inspired keyboard that's coming out this September.
Almost.
Did you pre-order yours yet?
No, almost. We're almost.
You have no idea what I'm talking about.
No, I have no clue.
I want to have to send you a link because this keyboard looks freaking. It's only $9.99.
The sun's.
And it looks all in NES style colors. Are you losing me?
The sun was going down, so you started botting there, but I think you're back now.
All right, yeah, this is.
You started talking about
the sun is cresting the horizon.
Mr. Roboto keyboard, so I was. It started botting.
Anyways, I'm gonna send you a link. You need to look into it. It looks really cool. What are you talking about, NES?
You do that while we get on to this next topic here before the sun goes down. There's another Switch 2 rumor. Supposedly, we heard. I don't know who threw it out there. I don't know if it was VGC or something. Was talking to a lot of third parties. Supposedly, they have Switch 2 dev kits. They're out there. Let's see. The rumor is that it's possibly going to be an 8-inch LCD. Let's see. People are pretty certain it's going to launch with a 3D Mario. and it's supposedly end of next year. 512 gigabytes ceiling for internal flash memory. No announcement of backwards compatibility. So those are the new rumors that we've heard. But dev kits are out there, so it's coming soon. As in next year.
All right. So we already know that they have to do backwards compatibility no matter what, right?
Right.
Otherwise, they're going to alienate how many Switch owners.
Right. Totally.
And the only way they can't do it is if they completely change the architecture of the Switch 2 to something way different. I can't see them doing that.
Yeah. The 8-inch LCD screen's a little bit of a bummer.
What is the current Switch OLED?
Oh.
What size is that?
I don't know even what the size. LCD. I was talking about going back to LCD from OLED.
Well, that's just, they're doing that on purpose, so that way they could sell you an
totally,
OLED Switch 2 further down the line.
I agree. Yeah, it still sucks. It sucks. It's upsetting.
Because you will buy one, right?
Yes, I will.
You're going to buy a Switch 2, and then when the OLED one comes out, you'll buy that one too.
I think this house has seen like 6 Switches here, so yeah. It is highly likely that happens. So, nothing exciting. No,
that's
really
kind of
specs
disappointing.
Or nothing. So yeah, what the LCD?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that OLED
is it still going to have a dock though, and dock to the TV?
They said
I would
that
hope so.
It's going to be handheld at least, so I would imagine it's going to be the same thing.
Oh, what if it uses the same dock and you just buy a new portable Switch and it just slides right into your existing dock? Because there's nothing to that dock. It just basically feeds the image from the Switch to the TV.
Most importantly, that what hasn't been talked about is they need actual joysticks, analog, and maybe analog triggers. Those
Switch 2 has Halifax joysticks confirmed.
Okay.
Here today.
Okay, you're confirming it? Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
From all the way from deep in Crystal Lake Woods.
Nice.
As I hide in the closet from Jason Voorhees.
Speaking of Jason Voorhees, are you excited for this upcoming? What is the horror game that's coming out next month? It's on Game Pass.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre game?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of interested because it's by the same devs that did Friday the 13th, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, that seems kind of neat.
I love that game. That game was fun. It was more fun than good.
Hopefully it lasts longer than Friday the 13th did.
Right.
And being on Game Pass should help with that.
Totally.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I'll play as Leatherface.
While we're on Game
Only if
go ahead.
Hopefully they have a dedicated button where you do the chainsaw dance.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. It was hard playing as Jason because there's like 8 people there, and you're hardly ever Jason, so yeah, it's not something like you're used to playing as. But
you also had to kind of know the maps though too, because you had to know like when they were on the map going for the car that you would shoot over there to the car to prevent them from getting away, or the boat. Yeah, man, that game was cool.
I put a good like 30 hours into the Switch version of that. Because like that came out later after the PS4 and Xbox one, and their community got kind of shitty. So I got it on Switch, and it had a fairly decent player base, decent community. So I put like a decent amount of that game on Switch.
It was a better game than Evolve. Remember Evolve?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah,
same concept.
About Evolve. Wow, yeah.
Even though Evolve was a lot of fun.
I like those asymmetrical multiplayer games. Is that what asymmetrical? No, what is it? Am I thinking of the word?
It's asymmetrical.
Yeah.
Right? It's 1 versus 4, so it's...
Yeah, right? I wish that was
not
like
symmetrical, it's asymmetrical.
Yeah, that was the era. Like there was a whole bunch of those, and now we've seemed to move on kind of from that era a little bit.
That last Fable game was supposed to be one of those, which I was actually in the beta
of,
and I played.
Did you?
And it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I was in the beta for that.
Fable Legends.
I think I still have the icon on my Xbox. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I got to play as the dungeon master, so to speak, as well as playing as the hero. And I think that game would have been really fun if it came out, but for some reason, Microsoft canned it.
Oh man.
Maybe they just saw the writing on the wall that asymmetrical games weren't going to last.
Maybe, possibly. Um, we are really like a month away from Starfield. Really not seen
Speaking of asymmetrical games,
any marketing about this game at all. Like, where it feels like they're high. What's going on with this game? Are we going to see some marketing soon? I want to see Starfield commercials, billboards. I want to see a billboard across from my house flashing Starfield. Are we going to see that?
the game just existing markets itself.
Any concern?
I have none, because you know what? If they were to announce Elder Scrolls Skyrim 2, I mean, even though it's going to be Elder Scrolls 6, but we both know it's going to be Skyrim 2. As soon as they announce that, they're not going to need any marketing. They know the people that want that game are going to buy that game. Because how many copies did Skyrim sell? And those same people that bought Skyrim are the people that are going to be buying Starfield.
You're throwing out all these segues. I can't help but did you see like there's a rumor this week that Virtuos is doing a remake of Oblivion?
I hope that's not true.
Yeah. That was a rumor earlier in the week. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah. Yeah, remake of Elder Scrolls.
I mean, I really like Oblivion.
At Virtuos Games. It's still unclear if it's a full remake, but the dev team uses pairing system using both Unreal Engine 5 and the Oblivion one. Huh, okay. That's interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm in for that. I mean, Oblivion was a lot of fun on the 360.
It was.
I lost so many hours to that game. But if they change the dialogue and how crappy it is, I think that game would lose a lot of its charm.
That was like one of like the 360's first really big games that came out.
One of the reasons that, and also when I was over at your house playing Gears of War 1 with you.
Gears, Ghost Recon.
Yeah, that's why I bought a Xbox 360 myself.
Yeah.
It was like that, Oblivion, and Gears of War. I might have owned my 360 when I came by and played Gears with you, but after playing Gears, I definitely had to go out and buy Gears of War because that was such a great time. But the real reason to get the 360 back in the day for me was Oblivion.
Yeah.
Because I was actually a Morrowind fan. Did you ever play Morrowind on the OG Xbox?
I did, yeah. I did. It was a little
Never
too
got
complicated for me at
too
the time, but
far
I didn't get too far
in
into it. Yeah.
Game, but I enjoyed the hell out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still complicated as hell. It has a really crazy leveling
It
system.
was very complicated for me. I didn't get far in that one, but I did play a decent amount of Oblivion though, so that's exciting if that's coming. Another one that
I never beat Oblivion, and you want to know why?
Why? I haven't beat either one of those. Don't.
I came very close. I was in the last Oblivion game, and I had there was a DLC called
we're
something like Knights of the Nine or Armor of the Nine, and it was you had to be like a really good character. You couldn't commit any crimes or anything like that, otherwise you would lose the armor.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would just vanish off of you.
Oh wow.
And I was in the last Oblivion gate, and there's a group of guys that storm the gate with you, and I was about to swing on a Daedra and kill it, and one of the guys ran in front of me and just took my mace right to the head. I instantly killed him. My weapons and armor all vanished off of me because I killed the guy, and then I was just like stuck, and I'm like, well, shit.
I forgot about those Oblivion gates.
And yeah, it was back before I learned to like save every 30 minutes or so in a Bethesda game.
Oh man, that's awful.
Yeah.
That's awful.
So, I don't know, maybe if they do a remake and it's good, I'll finally beat Oblivion.
Yeah. There you go. I've played Skyrim like for probably 100 hours, but I've never beaten it. But that 100 hours is like
Same.
over different like three different systems and generations.
Yeah, I've played it on the Xbox 360, which had like 100 hours in it. Then I played it on the Xbox One, which probably had like 50 hours in it. My PC version that I have probably has like 30 hours in it. My Alexa version has like 5 minutes in it because that was just unbearable but
That's
hilarious.
funny.
Uh, I think that's everywhere I own it. I could be forgetting somewhere. I don't know. That game's on everything.
Um, in the remake remaster land, Quake 2 remaster to be released on August 11th. Game Pass, PC, Xbox, PlayStation, Switch.
I think Quake 2 is the really good one. So yeah, that's cool.
That's exciting. I bought Quake on Switch and played a decent amount of that. So I'm excited for this one. I think, yeah, this one's much better than Quake, the original Quake. So
Yeah, I think it's probably the best Quake.
I will buy this one as well.
I don't know. They're all kind of a jumble in my head.
I didn't play the
I also
360
spent a
one.
lot of time today, so my mind might be a little fuzzy. You played Quake 4? Is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't play that one.
Oh, that one was cool. You get turned into one of the enemies in that game.
Oh, really?
Never beat it though. Yeah.
That was like an early 360 game, I think.
Yeah, it was like a launch 360 game. And if you bought that game, I think you got a copy of Quake 2 also.
Oh, wow.
For the 360.
Nice. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think I have that. Could be wrong.
I got derailed because you kept lining me up with, setting me up with segues. Starfield, it's going to continue the trend of having like the paid early access for Game Pass users. What are your thoughts on the paid early access for Game Pass games? So regular Game Pass members have to wait. If you pay, you get 5 days earlier.
You know what? I did that for Forza 5, and I was okay with that for Forza 5. I don't think I'm going to do it for Starfield.
No.
Because you know what? I'm just going to go on a media blackout for Starfield when that game comes out, so I'm not going to be spoiled on anything. But Forza, it made sense because no matter what, I was going to end up getting the DLC. So when you bought that early access, you got the DLC for Forza, which I think they're doing the same thing for Starfield, right?
Yeah, you didn't want to get spoiled on the story for Forza, so you got that early access.
Oh yeah, I needed to know every little bit.
You didn't need to know how it ended.
Yeah, I needed to be the first one to see the credits.
There you go. Are you okay with this practice? The people pay up a little extra and they get 5 days early.
I think I'm fine with it. It doesn't bother me. It was okay with for Forza, and I don't know. Starfield, I might do it for, but there's just way too many other games to get this year, so it's a hard pass on that for Starfield because I'm already paying for Game Pass, so I'll just wait for it to come to Game Pass and I'll play it then.
So no gamer rage. I shouldn't make a gamer rage video about this topic then.
Oh, you go all for it. I know. You'll
Gamer
rile up all your
rage.
Sony fans.
Gamer rage.
But yeah, I've got to. When I finally make it back to town, when I outrun Jason Voorhees and make it back to town, I've got to buy Armored Core 6.
That's the thing is,
and then
you never
was
make
it?
it back to town. It's like a Groundhog Day. You drive through the exit, and then all of a sudden you're like time warped back to the beginning, and then you go back to the exit. You can never leave. You can check out, but you can never leave.
Oh man.
Yeah. So
how am I going to play Armored Core 6 then?
Sorry.
You'll just have to buy it and play it in my stud.
No, I'm not doing that. I don't think I'm going to do that. I still have to play Elden Ring.
And yes, but you finally own Elden Ring, so
play 2022's Game of the Year. Was it 2022 or 2021? No, 2022, right? Last year.
I think it was last year. Yeah, it was like March last year or something like that.
I'm 16
and I spent most of last year playing that game.
A little behind.
It was so good.
Do you know what's
Yeah, you'll get caught up.
You know what's something that got me really excited was that Hasbro has been talking about wanting to re-release those Activision Transformer games once this sale goes through. That's exciting because those were cool. The War for Cybertron and what was the other one? Did you play those?
There was supposed to be 3 in the War for Cybertron. It was supposed to be like a trilogy. They only released 2 though, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think I only played the first
I
one.
recently got the remaster of the first one on PC, and I had it on Xbox. Yeah, it kind of sucked that they delisted those. It also kind of sucked that you can't get that cool Deadpool game anymore either,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was an
because that was
Activision game, right?
Activision too. That
Yeah.
was
I wonder who's the
yeah. I got that
developer
on
on that.
disc. It's a good question. I don't know, but it was a cool game. It was
I remember that Deadpool
kind
supposed
of
to be pretty good.
Bayonetta-ish, but Deadpool.
Deadpool Activision. Let's see.
But that's less likely to happen because Disney.
Deadpool video game. Let's see who. It's High Moon. It was the same developers. They did the Transformers.
Nice. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, they did the Transformers games.
Yeah, we won't see that re-release though.
Nah,
Freaking Disney.
not. Yeah, Disney sucks.
They really do.
There was like a story that just came out of how like some of the actors for WandaVision, they like scanned them without like telling them what they were gonna do with those scans and stuff like that, and they were like fill-in actors, like stand-in actors, not stand-in. What are we like? The people in the background actors maybe. It's like and they're
Extras.
Yeah, extras. They're people that make like $165 a day minimum, like the SAG minimums. It's like, dude, you guys are really trying to scam these people out of their $160 a day. Come on, shitty ass company.
Yeah, Disney's terrible.
But,
almost as bad as Ubisoft.
Almost. Well, you must watch a lot of Disney because you love playing Ubisoft games.
Maybe. I ain't gonna let it on.
But those Transformer games played kind of like Gears of War, but then you like transformed into your vehicles and they took off. It was really cool.
Yeah, the War for Cybertron one you can still get on Amazon for PC. Even though it's been delisted, they're still selling codes for it.
If only I was a big fucking nerd, I would buy it.
You should for your Steam Deck.
No, see, I was gonna bring it up, but would get into that. I pulled back on selling my PSVR. I had my PSVR 2 on Marketplace to sell, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna regret selling this because one game is gonna come out and I'm gonna want to play it, and I pulled it back. The guy was flaking out because I did tell you that he was gonna. He just randomly offered me a trade of a Steam Deck. I'm like, oh, all right, yeah, cool, let's do that. And he's like, we got into a big conversation because he said he got a ROG Ally, and that's why he's selling the Steam Deck. And I was like, oh, you have emulators on here? And he's like, yeah. I was like, can you leave them on for me? He's like, sure. And he's like, give me like 10 to 15 minutes to see how I want to go forward with this trade. And then it was his days later. He never contacted me back. I was like, what the hell? And then like I was only getting like $300, like that was like my highest offer. Oh, maybe $350 for all that. And I was like, I'm not desperate to sell it. That's a little low. If I was gonna get the straight up Steam Deck trade, I probably would have still done it. But
might be better than what GameStop would give you for it, though.
Oh, 100%. Our disc replay was only giving me like $100 for it. So I was like, yeah, no way.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I called.
Oh man,
they put me on hold for like 20 minutes to find out how much they would give me for it. It's probably nobody's. But there's a lot of PSVRs on Marketplace. So, yeah, that's not in my future.
If I wasn't against wearing something that somebody else wore on their sweaty ass face, I might venture down that path. But yeah, who knows what people were doing to those PSVRs? So totally. I'd rather get a brand new one myself.
Right, RE4 is coming, and that'll give me a reason to reinstall that and play one of my favorite games of the year. So,
there you go.
I've already been looking at another Xbox, so like I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make the smart decision and not sell this thing. So.
Yeah, and who knows what they're gonna release for that thing?
Right.
The next killer
the next killer app. The next The Last of Us is going to be a PSVR 2 exclusive. His phone probably locked again, so he is not speaking. Hello, sir. Where you at? So, yeah, that's why I was going to sell it, and I'm like, The guy pulled back on that Steam Deck offer, and $300. I mean, it was a $550 peripheral. Plus, or was it? No, it was $600 because I got the Horizon Call of the Mountain bundle, and I got the charging station, so I was going to throw that in there. So I wasn't going to give There we go. Did you lock your phone? Did your phone lock again? All right, we're just going to pretend like he's gone again. So yeah, I had the charging station for. There we go. Hello.
Yes.
Okay, you keep through. I was talking, and then you left, and then you came back again. So I was telling the audience that I had I bought the Horizon bundle, so that was $600, and then we had the charging dock for the Sense controllers. So I wasn't gonna take $300 for all that stuff. I'm like, no way. Steam Deck, 512 gigabyte, even shade, sure.
Yeah, when you told me about that, I was like, well, that seems like a pretty damn good deal. But the moment you told me he was shifty, I was like, probably not a good deal at that point then.
Right, yeah. So they're supposedly
just meet me in this dark alleyway, and I'll have my Steam Deck out for you.
Supposedly Lenovo is working on a gaming handheld now.
They make some of the best laptops.
Really?
In my personal opinion, yeah. Lenovo makes
Here we
really
go.
good, popular laptops. I've been wanting to get a Lenovo laptop with at least a 3050 in it, or 3060, I mean.
There are so many, once you start going down this road, there are so many, Chinese, gaming handhelds. There's 3 different ones. Neo, there's
Abernac. Go on Amazon and look up Abernac. They got 12 different versions of the Abernac.
Really? Yeah, there's a lot of these things out there. But I would probably only just get the Steam Deck because it's more console-like and better UI. So, I talk about this every week. So
There we go.
I really think that's really all of the stuff that happened this week. You've been out of civilization, so you probably don't know anything else is going on, do you?
Nope, and my connection's so spotty that I don't even really pay attention to the news right now. So
you got a Rebel recommends for this week?
Yeah, I'm gonna recommend Pikmin 4 because that's really good so far.
All right. I just downloaded a game called Bro-Tato on the Switch. It just launched today.
I see you, squirrel. Get out of that bird feeder. Don't make me come out there.
Bro-Tato just launched today. It's a over-the-top roguelike that looks pretty interesting. So it was $5 on the eShop.
That's been on
Steam
for a while now. I've been looking at that for a while. Yeah,
I've heard good things about it.
It looks like in the same vein as Vampire Survivors.
Yes, that's how I got recommended by somebody. So I'm excited to pop that in and give that a go tonight. So.
Oh man, I can't even see new releases that on the Switch store or nothing because there's no internet here.
Oh boo! Oh well.
I don't pay for hotspots on my phone.
No, it's dumb. All right, well, you get back. It's getting probably dark already, so I want you to enjoy the rest of your vacation. And are you back for next Thursday, or are you still out in the woods?
No, I'll be back next Thursday, but you'll be gone, so we're gonna have to figure out something to do.
I'll be here.
Oh, you'll be here?
Yes, following Thursday.
All right. So
yeah.
No interruptions so far in the podcast.
Nope.
Except for me losing connection out here because I've got to run through these trees and bushes away from Jason Voorhees.
We're going to keep going.
You know what's funny? I'm even wearing a Camp Crystal Lake shirt right now.
Nice. Solid.
Yeah.
We're going to keep trucking
along.
along.
Maybe I could send you some pictures for my vacation here that you could put on the next podcast video.
All right. Yeah, let's do it. We'll make that as the wallpaper for the next podcast.
Yeah, me on the nudist beach.
You on the nudist beach, and then you like murdering somebody with an axe.
It can be done. I do own an axe.
Can't be
I own
done.
several axes, actually.
All right, sir. Well, enjoy the rest of your vacation. We will talk to you next week. Have fun with Pikmin.
Oh, yeah, you betcha. And have fun with, what, Bayonetta 3 you said you were going to play next?
No,
Or no, you got to finish Alan Wake.
Bro Tato and Alan Wake. Yeah, this week. Yes.
Bro Wake Alan Tato.
There you go. Thanks everyone for watching. We will see you next week, where hopefully Rebel Blood makes it back alive.
I make it out alive.
If not,
I don't get murdered by squirrels or whatnot.
If not, you'll see an ad on the channel looking for a new co-host. So
looking for a new co-host.
Co-host wanted. Qualifications alive.
Yeah. Oh, that's all you need to replace me, huh?
Alive. Pulse.
Don't even have to play video games.
No.
You just as long as you're alive.
Right. Yeah.
What are you, 92 years old, sir? Oh, okay, you fit the profile.
All right, sir.
Tell us about World War II.
Sir, have a good vacation. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, and adios.
All right, everyone. Talk to you guys later.